Okay. Next. Now, the original task we have entered into the original task. Actually, binary adders. So we have seen single bit adders only for the half adder and full adder. For the half adder, we have taken A is equal to either 0 or 1. Either B is equal to either 0 or 1. In the place of A, I have written either 0 or 1. So see, for example, A, B, I have taken. I set that 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So what I did here, I have taken B is equal to either 0 or 1. I have taken A is equal to either 0 or 1. Now, this is not the perfect addition. Why? Because when you are doing the addition, 24 plus 56 you will do. Otherwise, you will do 5,000 plus 6,000. Otherwise, you will do 77,000 or plus 20 lakhs 5,000. Like that, you are doing the addition operation. So, for that reason, when you are converting this information into binary, so the 5,000 value is representing with 12 bits of binary data. Okay, and 7,000 value you are representing with 13 bits of binary data. So when you are representing a decimal value in binary, you will get more than one binary number, that is the 10 numbers, 13 numbers, 20 numbers, 40 numbers, whatever it may be. You will get more number of inputs. Then the addition is very, very important. For example, see here, 7 plus 10. Okay, you know that 10 plus 7 is equal to 17. But the same operation has to done by the machine. The same operation has to done by the machine. If the machine did this operation, then the machine is working properly. What is your work? You have to design that type of system. So 7 plus 10, we can do that. But if the machine did this operation, if the machine has performed that operation and that operation is implemented by you, then you are the good engineer. So 7 plus 10 is equal to 17. So 7 equivalent value we are representing with 0, 111, and 10 we are representing with 10, 10. Okay. So see here, what we did here, we have written 7 in 4 bits. Why? The 10 value is equal to 1010. The maximum number of bits we are representing with 4. So for that reason, 7 also I have written 0, 111. So the left sided part 0 is not a big problem. In the place of MSB, 0, it's nothing, it doesn't have any value. Okay. So when you are doing addition in between these two, so do the normal addition. 1 plus 0, what is the value? 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. There is no carry, no carry. So here I am writing the carries. There is no carry. So here our operation is 7 plus 10. Now 1 plus 0, 1. There is no carry, 0 we have written. 0 plus 1 plus 1. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1. That is equal to 2. In binary we are representing this is the 0 and carry is 1. When you are doing 1 plus 1, the answer is 0 and carry is equal to 1. Next, 1 plus 1 plus 0. 1 plus 1 plus 0. Here we have 2 ones. So see here, I will write clearly once again. So see here, 7 equivalent value 0, 1, 1, 1, and for 10 equivalent value 1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, so 1 plus 0, 1, and carry is equal to 1. So here I am representing carries. Here I am representing carries. Okay, so I am representing with the dotted lines also. Right. So see here, 0, 1 plus 0, 1, and carry is equal to 0. 0 plus 1 plus 1. So 2 ones are there. Answer is 1, 0. 0 we are writing here, and 1 is we are writing as carry. 1 plus 1 plus 0. 2 ones are available. So 0 right here, and 1 you have to write here. 1 plus 0 plus 1. 0 we have to write here, and you have to write down 1 here. Why? Because there is no other characters here. There is no other characters. These are the MSB bits. So there is no other number. So for that reason I have written 1 here. So this is the finalized carry. This is the finalized carry. C carry. Final carry. This is the final carry. So this is the answer. 1001. 1001. The equivalent value. See here. 1001. 10001. We know that 8421 code we are writing. So we have 5 bits. This is the 16. Why? Because this is the 2 power 4. 2 power 4 is equal to 16. 16 plus 1. So 16 plus 1, that is equal to 70. So this is the operation. Right. Now we did this operation. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. I did this operation. Next, I am considering as this is 0. 0 plus 1 plus 1. I did this is the 0 and 1. Sum is the 0 and carries the 1. I said, but the machine has to do this operation. For doing this operation, see here. Here I have added 2 bits. Here I have added 2 bits. Now here I have added 3 bits. Here I have added 3 bits. Now here I have added 3 bits. Now here I have added 3 bits. So see here. Here I have added 2 bits. For adding 2 bits, we need an half adder. We need an half adder. For adding 3 bits, we need full adder. Here we are adding these 3 bits. We need a full adder. Here adding these 3 bits. We need full adder. So see here. 4 bits I am adding. So this is the 7. This is the 7. And this is the 10. This is the 10. So here I am adding 7 plus 10. But 7 is equal to 4 bits of data. 10 is equal to 4 bits of data. These 4 bits, these 4 bits I am adding. So for that reason, this is called 4-bit binary adder. This is called 4-bit binary adder. 4-bit binary adder. Okay. Here we have 2. Now for the first one I am considering as A, second one I am considering as B. So see here I am writing here, this is A, this is B. Okay. So now I said that this is 7, this is 10. But in real time we don't know. The user which value he will give, we don't know. So for that reason I have written A0, A1, A2, A3. So I am considering this is A0, A1, A2, A3. Next I am considering B0, B1, B2, B3. Okay. So here there is no carry. Here there is no carry for the first term. So for that reason I am representing always 0. Always 0. Right. So this is I am always representing is 0. So whatever it may be, that is C0. I am representing C0, C1, C2, C3. So for these 4 bits, I have represented C0, C1, C2, C3. And here we have the finalized carry that is equal to the final carry. Here we have C out. This is the final carry. I am representing C out. Otherwise, you can represent with C4 also. Why? Because C0, C1, C2, C3 is there. So C4 you can represent here. Otherwise, you can represent C out. Okay. So this is the 4-bit binary addition. For implementing this 4-bit binary addition, how many full adders you required? How many half adders you required? Generally, one half adder, and 3 full adders you required. Okay. Otherwise, okay. So instead of this one, I am using 4 full adders. Okay. I can use this combination, 1 half adder, 3 full adders I can use. Otherwise, 4 full adders I can use. 4 full adders I am using. So after doing the addition operation between C0, A0, B0, C0 plus A0 plus B0, this is the sum, S0. I got S0 and carry is equal to C1. Okay. So I said that if it is 1, 0 is the S0. 1 is the C1, 1 is the C1. Like that I am doing this operation. Okay. So this is the standardized representation for the 4-bit binary adder. In this 4-bit binary adder, A consists of 4 bits, B consists of 4 bits, A is equal to A0, A1, A2, A3, B is equal to B0, B1, B2, B3. So this is the A and B values, and these are the finalized sum values S0, S1, S2, S3, and C out is also available here. The finalized carry is C final or C out. So this is the 4-bit binary adder. Now you have to draw a 4-bit binary adder by using full adders. Okay. So now my task is, so see here, I am erasing all these things. So I am erasing all these things. Right. I said that we have to use either one half adder, 3 full adders, otherwise 4 full adders. Now I am drawing 4 full adders. So full adder 1, Next, full adder. I'm writing this is 4, not 4. Full adder 3, full adder 2, full adder 1 and full adder 0. So 4 full adders, FA0, FA1, FA2, FA3, 4 full adders. For full adders, how many inputs are available? 3 inputs are available. I am writing 2 inputs here. I am writing 2 inputs here. 2 inputs. Okay. So here the inputs are, first what we are doing, A0, B0 we are adding. A0, B0, A0, B0. Okay. Where you will get C1. C1 you are getting after adding this 2, you will get carry. That carry you are placing here. When you are doing the sum operation, this is for this full adder, C1 is the input. So the first adder carry output. So this is the one of the inputs. So see here, this is the input. This is the inputs I am writing here. Inputs I am writing right with this arrow marks. So this is A0, B0. This is A1, B1, A2, B2, and A3, B3. So these are the four bits of A, 4 bits of B. Next coming to that, so this is a C1, and next coming to that, this is C2, and coming to this C3, and this is final carry, this is C4. Okay, so I got the sum output. This is S0, this is S1, and this is S2, and this is S3. Okay, and C0 is also there. C0. Actually, we don't have C0. We are always keeping C0 is equal to 0. We are always keeping C0 is equal to 0. That is very important. So see here, I have given C0 input. C0 is equal to always 0, and I have given A0, B0. So for the full adder, 3 inputs, C0, A0, B0. Okay, is it clear? Next, coming to here, for the second full adder, here we have B1, A1 inputs and one more input, that is C1. C1 also we have one more input. So next C2, A2, so C2, A2, B2. Next C3, A3, B3. So 3 inputs. So for each full adder, we have 3 inputs, 3 inputs, 3 inputs. Coming to that, for each full adder, we need 2 outputs. So the first one is S0, and here carry C1. S1, C2 carry output. And S2, C3 is the output, and S3, C4, otherwise final carry C out. We can represent C4, or you can write down this one as C out. You can represent as C out. So this is the logical diagram. This is the logical diagram for the 4-bit binary adder. For 4-bit binary adder, this is the logical representation. This is the logical representation. So you have to remember, this is very, very important. 4-bit binary adder. Okay, 4-bit binary adder. So whatever the diagram now I have drawn, the same diagram I am represented here. So this is a 4-bit binary adder. Otherwise you can call this one as RCA, ripple carry adder. The same 4-bit binary adder we are calling as ripple carry adder. The 4-bit binary adder we are calling as ripple carry adder. Ripple carry adder. Next, in the next class we will see half subtractor, full subtractor. After that we will see carry look ahead adder. Okay, carry look ahead adder. So next class we will see half subtractor and full subtractor. After that we will see next carry look ahead adder. Thank you very much.